Researchers have revealed a massive flaw in the remote controls used by hundreds of cars, and say Volkswagen and other manufacturers went to court 2 years ago to keep their discovery a secret. 3 European computer scientists say they have known about the flaws since 2012, and warned automakers. It's used in keys and car fobs and is designed to stop an engine from starting if it is not in close proximity to the vehicle. The transponder includes a 96-bit secret key, proprietary cipher, and 32-bit PIN code, but the researchers realized that its internal security was weaker. How does the hack work? Thieves could steal your car by hacking the encrypted radio signal emitted by the ignition key. The paper sets out problems with the Meganos crypto transponder. This device is used to prevent the engine switching on unless the owner opens up the car using the keyless fob. But researchers were able to hack this system and get the engine started. In the past, thieves had to hotwire a car to get it to start, but now instead there are computer chips inside the key and car ignition switch. A car only starts if the chips are near each other and send the exact same code. This stops thieves, even those who make a physical copy of the metal key. Without a chip the car won't start. But the researchers found a flaw in the way the chips guard their communication. They use outdated encryption. If someone can listen to them talk to each other twice, they can use a computer to work out the pattern. Once thieves have this information, it's just a matter of making a copy of the key and the chip. The Meganos crypto transponder is used in one of the most widely deployed electronic vehicle immobilizers, the researchers write. It is used among others in most Audi, Fiat, Honda, Volkswagen and Volvo cars. At some point the mechanical key was removed from the vehicle, but the cryptographic mechanisms were not strengthened to compensate. We want to emphasize that it is important for the automotive industry to migrate from weak proprietary ciphers like this to community-reviewed ciphers, and use it according to the guidelines. One of the researchers, Flavio D. Garcia of the University of Birmingham, said, "It's a bit like if your password was password. A hacker could potentially become a valet driver and steal a fleet of cars, or steal a rental long after returning it using the flaw." It is believed. The flaw was discovered by Garcia, as well as Barry Zich and Rolf Verdult of the Radboud University Nijmegen in the Netherlands. The list of affected cars included several models made by Audi, Fiat, Honda, Kia, Volkswagen, Volvo and many others, which all rely on chips made by M Microelectronic in Switzerland. Volkswagen told Mail Online, Volkswagen has an interest in protecting the security of its products and its customers. In this connection, Volkswagen does not make available information that might enable unauthorized individuals to gain access to its vehicles. In all aspects of vehicle security, be this mechanical or electronic, Volkswagen goes to great lengths to ensure the security and integrity of its products against external malicious attack. Volvo did not officially comment on its position, but stressed the issue affects older models and that the Meganos crypto is not used in any of the Volvo vehicles currently being produced. Tim Watson, Director of Cybersecurity at the University of Warwick, told Bloomberg, "This is a serious flaw and it's not very easy to quickly correct. It isn't a theoretical weakness, it's an actual one, and it doesn't cost theoretical dollars to fix. It costs actual dollars." Researchers broke the transponder's 96-bit cryptographic system by listening in twice to the radio communication between the key and the transponder. This reduced the pool of potential secret key matches, and opened up the brute force option, which involved running through 196,607 options of secret keys until they found the one that could start the car. This took less than half an hour. Researchers presented their findings on Wednesday at the Usenix conference in Washington, D.C. They say they gave the Swiss chip maker 9 months to fix the problem in late 2012 before they planned on going public with their discovery. Then in 2013, Volkswagen sued the universities, and the researchers personally, to block them from publishing their discovery to fellow academics, according to court documents. Initially, a British court sided with the automaker, writing, "I recognize the high value of academic free speech, but there is another high value, the security of millions of Volkswagen cars." What is a rolling code? Electronic car keys use what's known as rolling code. Every time you press the button, a new, randomly generated code is sent over a radio frequency to your car, which has a synchronized code generator that recognizes it and then burns it so it can never be used again. The key and the car then create new codes for the next time around, and the process repeats. In case the two ends get out of sync, say your kid grabs the keys when they're out of range and presses the button a bunch of times, the car can recognize a few hundred future codes. When it receives one of them, it disables all the prior ones. Eventually, both sides settled when the researchers agreed to omit a single line from their report, a pivotal detail which could allow a non-technical person to work out the hack. Volkswagen said the hack takes considerable, complex effort that's unlikely to be used except by tech-savvy, organized crime syndicates. Volkswagen also said its latest cars, including the Golf 7 and Passat B8, aren't vulnerable. The flaw is similar to the rollgem, which can build for $30, £20, and let amateur hackers open dozens of cars and even get into garages. The hacker behind the project says it will open cars from Chrysler, Daewoo, Fiat, GM, Honda, Toyota, Volvo, Volkswagen Group, Clifford, Sherlock, and Jaguar. Ethical hacker Sami Kamkar, who last week cracked GM's OnStar smartphone app security and demonstrated his ability to illicit the unlock and start a car over a mobile phone network, says it uses a system known as a rolling code critical to how electronic keys work. It's a proven system that's secured tens of millions of cars and remote garage door openers for years. The roll jam takes advantage of a design flaw in the protocol that determines how keys communicate with cars. It intercepts the rolling codes, one-time authentication codes exchanged by car and key that change with each lock and unlock. Because there's no timeout on the codes, roll jam can intercept them to ensure they never reach the car. I can put it on your car, so that the device will always have the latest code, Kamkar told Motherboard. Every single time you lock or unlock your car, I'll have the latest code. He demonstrated the device at the DEF CON Hacker Convention in Las Vegas, where he said he wanted to build a gadget to unlock any car. Unlocking many different types of cars in makes and models. It's like a universal remote, he told Forbes. On my car, where I have time to look at the signal or chip, I can see the difference between lock and unlock, and my device can alter it live, he said. He has previously advised drivers to stop using a mobile app for General Motors' OnStar vehicle communications system. In a video posted to YouTube, he shows hackers can exploit a security flaw in the product to remotely unlock cars and start engines. Mr. Kamkar says he has figured out a way to locate, unlock and remote start vehicles by intercepting communications between the OnStar Remote Link mobile app and the OnStar service. Kamkar released the video a week after Fiat Chrysler Automobiles recalled some 1.4 million vehicles after hacking experts demonstrated a more serious vulnerability in the Jeep Cherokee. That bug allowed them to gain remote control of a Jeep traveling at 70 miles per hour on a public highway. GM said its engineers had reviewed Kamkar's research. A fix has already been implemented, the company said in a statement. Hacker reveals bug that can be used to unlock cars remotely. Kamkar said he discussed the fix with representatives from GM, but their efforts failed to thwart the attack method he uncovered, which uses a device he built and dubbed OnStar. They have not yet fixed the bug that OnStar is exploiting, he told Reuters. Representatives with GM did not immediately respond to requests for comment on the status of the bug or fix. The OnStar issue drew the attention of U.S. safety regulators from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Representatives from the agency discussed the issue with GM, said the flaw could involve doors and engine start-stop, but does not involve other critical safety systems, according to a person familiar with those discussions. More than 3 million people have downloaded the OnStar Remote Link mobile app for Apple iOS and Google Incorporated devices, according to OnStar's website.